All right, so while I was live streaming, there was a massive announcement that I thought would be mostly well received. And it was well received by some people, all right? However, there were some arguments from people that were not happy about this, and we're going to talk about it. But one that seems nobody is happy about is they have nerfed the asses of the rogues, ladies and gentlemen. We have gone from this to this. I don't know. This is just something that was posted on Reddit. For all I know, this is just a bait where these are completely different pieces of gear, but pretty funny looking unannounced cosmetic change. If this is true, I don't understand why this would be changed. It's not like I'm looking at the asses of the rogue all day anyway, but I thought it was funny. So let's talk about the large news that is going on with Diablo 4 after the Microsoft acquisition, which I guess is probably the most predictable news ever in gaming history. Now, I'm going to add me reading out and sort of responding to some of the comments I saw in chat because not everybody was happy about this. Hold on one moment, everybody. We got big news here. Did you guys just see this? I'm going to pull it up on screen. On screen right now. Here it is on screen. Boom. Diablo 4 is heading to Game Pass on March 28th. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Diablo 4 is, in fact, joining the ranks of Game Pass enjoyers. If you're an Xbox enjoyer, congratulations to you. You get the game, which means you don't have to pay $70 for it, though I guess it's on sale quite a bit for $40 or whatever. That's actually kind of cool. People were saying before with the Microsoft acquisition that this was going to happen. I didn't think this was going to happen, to be honest with you. I wasn't sure, but I guess it makes sense. Microsoft acquires it. They say, hey, we want this game on Game Pass, trying to sell their subscription-based service. So you get it within your Game Pass. You buy your subscription or whatever. You get it as an additional game. Now you don't have to spend $70 on the outside of it. And then they try to sell cosmetics and whatnot as their way of financing, basically. Now, it makes sense. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I get what you're saying in the chat here. You already lost faith. You don't think they'll bring your... I don't think it being on Game Pass suddenly changes the whole development team. But my argument for this is... this is a better value for the game. Would I rather it continue to be a $69.99 price point literally forever? Probably not. Am I happy that more people that get to try Diablo 4 that already own Battle Pass? Because think of it this way. There's going to be people that already have a console, already have Xbox, already have Game Pass. Game Pass literally works on PC also. And don't want to spend the money on the game because, let's be honest, $70 for the game is probably not worth it unless you're just trying to get like a temporary value. People don't really seem to be that satisfied with it, right? I think that having it on Game Pass means these people get to try it. I don't have any problem with that. I think that's kind of cool. I'm happy for the people that get to try the game now without having to purchase it with an outside additional purchase. That's at least I don't understand why we've been mad at this one. Let's be honest. More games for more people equal more gamers equal better world. I just am not going to be salty about. I don't know why I would be salty about the fact that somebody who maybe doesn't have the money to afford the game before, but they have the Game Pass because they want to have new games. They pay a subscription-based service. We can talk about subscription-based service and the problems with that as a separate conversation. But in this one scenario of this game is now accessible to more people that maybe can't afford to just spend $40 if it's on sale or $70 if it's not to try Diablo 4. At least they get to play it now. I am happy for those people. I don't know why I would be mad at those people having access to it. This means the store will only get worse. I mean, they're already selling cosmetics. Look, we got a $65 horse in the store. I don't think that that's going to change. We have more cosmetics in this Diablo than any Diablo prior that didn't have Immortal in its name. So the ship has sailed on that one, my friend. Darth, we all bought the game on full price. Exclusive on Xbox, go on every platform. This don't mean we gonna play Spider-Man on Xbox. Of course, when you have a PC, you don't care. Well, I have all the consoles, first of all, because I have been purchasing consoles ever since the Super Nintendo. And will continue to own all of the consoles because I like video games. The argument of the Xbox stuff is going to PC as well, and I own a PC, so I don't care. It's like, well, I'm going to play things on PC because that is my preferred platform. I think PC, for me, is a much better fit. Now, I will admit that recently with the house setup, that I've been sitting out on the couch and I have been playing my PS5 connected, which is the first time I've ever really even used the PS5. I actually bought the PS5 just for Spider-Man because I wanted to see how good Spider-Man was, and I played Spider-Man like an hour. But I'll admit that sitting on the couch in front of a TV was one of the first times when I was like, man, I'm liking this console type of setup. I could see me playing Helldivers 2 on the console and quiet, enjoying it for sure. But in terms of would I rather play it on PC? Absolutely. I would rather play most games on PC. And the reason is not because I hate console, but because I love my mouse, my dude. I like my mouse. I aim better with the mouse. I like a keyboard. I'm used to WASD. And my Starforge computer is fucking fast and I like it. Do I hate people for playing on their console? No, why would I? In terms of games being accessible on other consoles, I don't have a huge problem with games going to other consoles, but I don't mind if PC-only games went to consoles either. Like, I play Path of Exile. It's on console. Those worlds don't interact, but if they updated it all, where console people could play the games that I play, and we're all in cross-play and on the same server or whatnot, I don't care. It doesn't bother my experience. The only time it might bother me is when we have to deal with console controllers getting magnetism in first-person shooters. There's some arguments there. But in terms of me being worried about a culture war of, I have to play with an Xbox club, I don't care. I want to play with it. We're all gamers. Just because some people can afford a console only and can't afford a $5,000 PC doesn't make me not want to play with them. So for me, I don't have any issue with games going on other platforms as a philosophy standpoint. Now, I understand the economics of it and the argument, well, our games are going to their platform, but their games aren't going to our platform and all that. Sure, that's all for the win. But from the macro perspective of do I care who I'm interacting with as gamer to gamer, I don't care personally. I'm perfectly fine and willing to play with anyone on any platform. That's just how I feel about it. Games are better for PC for sure, but not everyone can play on gaming PC because of the cost. I can't afford one further, more being jobless. That's, and I get that. I can understand that. But like, I don't have a problem of limiting other people because of other people's circumstances. So it's like, maybe the games are better on PC. That's a hardware related issue where like consoles are literally years old at this point. I mean, you can look at the Nintendo Switch and be like, hey, the Switch isn't keeping... I mean, look, we had the whole Pokemon drama of like the frames per second on the Pokemon and stuff, right? So it's a hardware problem, and hardware is expensive. You know what I didn't like? When everyone was mining fucking crypto and I was trying to buy a graphics card so I could play the games, the prices were like 5 times as much. And I was annoyed at the crypto miners for jacking up the prices and scalping it for sure. So I can kind of get the argument, but I'm not... And from like a philosophy standpoint of like, this guy can't afford the PC, this guy can only afford a console, let's limit the games and all that. I don't care about any of that. All I want to do is play a game on my preferred console of choice or my preferred platform of choice, which is PC, because I like mouse and keyboard, and I like my big widescreen monitor, and I'm perfectly happy to interact with and play with the other people. The only reason I ever turn off crossplay on PC is because I have connection issues with their server. Sometimes having crossplay on means that I'm stuck having to rely on whatever the server is going on, and there's disconnection issues that come with some games, but that's not like the console's fault. More times than not, that has to do with whatever's going on with the network side of things. So I don't know. It doesn't bother me.